Hi all! Have you just looked at your home at night and see all the lights at home? Have you wondered how all these are connected to power so that when one tube light stops working, all the other lights still keep working? Well, it has to do with how electric current and potential difference change for different types of electrical circuits. If you're not sure about these terms, then please watch our video on electric current and its simulation. So, what are the different types of circuits used? Let's look at the simulation to understand this better. Here, we see there are multiple different circuits. Let's first see template 1. Here, we have the first type of circuit. We can see a circuit connected with a battery and two resistances. We can also see a digital multimeter which is used to measure potential difference and current. We can change the voltage of the battery by clicking on it. Similarly, we can change the resistance by clicking on it. Now we can call this type of circuit a series circuit. Why? It is because the current that goes through the resistance 1 is the same as the one that goes through resistance 2. This is why resistances are in series. The total resistance here is simply the addition of the two resistances. So here the total resistance is 10 plus 20, which will be equal to 30 ohms. So now we know about the resistance and we know about the current. The only thing left is potential difference. The formula for potential difference across both the resistance can be seen in the experiment if you press F. It comes from the Ohm's law and I encourage you to figure out how it is derived. As we can see, the potential difference across the resistances are different from each other, and this is why series circuit is called a voltage divider circuit, because its output is a fraction of the input voltage. Now let's measure the potential difference. How do we measure this? We can use the measure button for that. Let's measure the potential difference across R2 then. Before we do it, I ask you to calculate it using the formula shown before. Were your calculations correct? Hopefully they were. Now that we know about the series circuits, the question is, are there other kind of circuits? The answer is yes. The other kind of circuit is called as a parallel circuit. What's the difference between series and a parallel circuit? Well, let's look at the template 3 to understand that. Well, a parallel circuit has two or more paths for current to flow through. The sum of the currents through each path is equal to the total current that flows from the source. Like we asked for series. What's the total resistance in this circuit? Well, the formula is a little bit complicated. Here it is. Now we know about current and resistance. What about the potential difference? Well, this is the interesting part. The potential difference across both the resistances remain the same. Finally, we still haven't discussed how the current divides and where more current goes. Here's the formula for that. Again, it is time to measure and see if our calculations are right. Again, we press the measure button to see currents across circuit. Again, I ask you to first calculate for yourself and then see if your answers are correct. Done? Let's see if your answers are correct now. Well, hopefully the answer you got is the same as the experiment shows. Now that you know about these two types of circuits, you can easily understand all the different types of circuits in the simulation, because they are all just combinations of series and parallel circuits. But before you go and experiment with all the other templates, let's talk about a word that you probably have heard of before: short circuits. A short circuit is a circuit that allows current to travel along an unintended path with no or very low resistance, causing excessive current to pass through the circuit. Now, how does this happen? Well, we can see this in action in template 3. What do you think will happen when we change the resistance to any one of the resistors to 0? Let's figure it out together. We can look at the formula for current in parallel and see that more current goes through the resistors with less resistance. So, if one resistance become negligible and massive amount of current will pass through it in a short span of time, which will make the battery explode. And this is exactly what happens. Let's see a summary of all that what we have learnt about circuits. You can see the current through each resistor remains the same in series circuit while it may be different in the parallel circuit. The potential difference across each resistor is same in case of parallel circuit while it may be different in the case of series circuit. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this session. This session is based on an interactive 3D simulation called Scholar. Visit www.scholarlab.in to request a download of the software application to try this out for yourselves. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you have any queries, comment down, and yes, don't forget to hit the bell icon and never miss another update from Let's Tute. Till then, keep watching, keep learning, and follow your curiosity. Thank you.